Hey YouTube, welcome back to another vlog. So I've been working on a couple of little commissions at the moment. I have 3 on at the moment, so I am taking commissions again. It just takes a little bit longer for me to do things because of baby, and yeah, so I'm halfway through finishing, or maybe like 2/3 way finishing sculpting the first one. It's a dread wolf, and from the Dragon Age game, I think it is. So we've got the head that I've mostly sculpted the upper part of it, so it's going to have a movable jaw. I'll probably talk about that more on my Patreon if you're interested in that. So it's like a snarling sort of wolf. But I haven't done a doll with 6 eyes before, so it's interesting sculpt to do because the anatomy is different on it. I did like the little snarling bits, so hopefully when I apply the fur I can I'll have to just work in some of that, the snarling texture, which would be fine. I've got an idea how to do that anyway. So yeah, I've sculpted the first bit. The jaw, I haven't baked the jaw yet, but get the idea of what it's going to look like. So it's going to be open and close. So that'll be the snarling wolf. So yeah, I baked the head first, and then the lower jaw I will I usually sort of refine it a little bit more once this is baked. I did pre-bake these mouth bits though, so they don't move around or anything. And I also have a commission for a Mooncalf from Fantastic Creatures, I think it is. And I've just been waiting for stock to come in, but I've sculpted the feet, so I've got a couple of little tutorials coming up. I put one on my TikTok, and I've got one coming. Don't know if it's going to focus yet on the little details. So the first one was how I did like the little nail beds, and the second one's going to be like just a quick little tutorial on how I did the wrinkling skin patterns. So these are ready to go. All I need to do is sculpt the head. That's left. I'm waiting for some eyes to finish drying so I can make a start on that. I also have another commission from Dragon Age for, I think it's called a Halla, the deer one with the weird antlers, the white deer with the weird antlers. So I've got the eyes prepped for that, but I'm going to finish the wolf first before I start working on anything else, or at least finish the parts for it, because I can start putting that doll together, and when that's drying I can work in between the other two. So that's keeping me pretty busy at the moment. I still have a list of things that I want to do. So some resin dolls. I'm going to do another poll over on my Patreon for the next animal to do. So yeah, we can vote over there. And yeah, so that's pretty much a little update so far. Yeah, just doing a lot of sculpting. Yeah, that's it, I guess. I'll continue doing work on the Dreadwolf, I guess. Hey guys, welcome back to the end of the vlog, I guess. So I've been working on the 3 commissions that I've got, mainly the Mooncalf, the Dread Wolf, and I've done a little bit of work on the Halla, I think it's a Halla, the deer from Dragon Age. So I guess I'll show you the Mooncalf first. So I've done a bit of work on the Mooncalf. It's ready for fur. So I've done all the needle felting for the body. So that's what we've got so far. So I've done all the work. It's ready to go. It's got a ball and socket armature. I had to use the medium-sized one because the head's too heavy for the small version. So it's too heavy for this size. So I used the medium-sized 1/4, I think it is. Yeah, and I needle felted the body with polyfill, and then yeah, it's going to be fully grey, so it's a little bit different. Customer wanted a different thing, and the eyes are a different sort of colour. So yeah, so that's ready to go. Got the feet also ready to go. Painted up all the pieces, and yeah, there we go. So that one's ready to go to put together. It shouldn't be that much longer before I finish that one because it's really not that much more work. The Dread Wolf, it's a big one. Yes, it's a big doll, and I am in the process of doing the body, so all the needle felting for this one. I think I'm going to talk a little bit about the armature of my Patreon, because it's a little bit different because it's so big and like the head's heavy, that I had to use the bigger sized armature, so 1/3 I think it is, and the joints are a little bit shitty. They're a little bit crappy because they only have a plus joint with no like female end. I've only got like all 4 male ends, which is annoying, because you need that other end to continue on the joints if you're doing 4 legs. So yeah, I'm going to talk a little bit about that over on my Patreon, I think. And but I'll give you a little look of the armature. Super big, and it's super sturdy too, because of that bigger armature. But got the jaw, the movable jaw. I painted it all black because it's going to be black. Obviously I need to do a little bit of cleanup and stuff, but I'll do that later on. So what I'm going to do now is just start felting the body. So I'm going to be wrapping it with pipe cleaners, and then I'll start needle felting it. So I think it'll take me a little bit of time to needle felt it because it's quite big, and they always take a little bit of time. But yeah, I think that's going to still a little bit off before I finish this one. I posted a bunch of shots of the head over on my Patreon, in reference to the movable jaw. So if you're interested, check that out. I'm going to do a video as well. I've already filmed it, just need to edit it and stuff, whenever I get the time for that. And yeah, so this is going to look pretty cool. It's a bigger doll. It didn't really mean for it to turn out quite so big, but it is what it is. But yeah, because I needed to use that heavy duty armature anyway, because of the size of the head, because it's a movable jaw and snarling. So it just had to do a little bit extra work. The Halla reference, I've done a bit of sculpting. I'm using the smaller armature for this one, so hopefully that's okay for weight. I'm kind of reconsidering using that smaller one because I'm not quite sure if that's solid enough for it, strong enough for it. But well, once I sculpt the horns on, which will be probably epoxy sculpt. I have some air dry clay, so I might try that as well, see how that turns out. But yeah, done the majority of the sculpting, so there we go. That's the sculpting, and I've put in the horn, the armature for the horns, the antlers. So I've left them longer. They're not going to be that long obviously, but I've left them longer so I can just trim it off where I needed to. And yeah, I've used some epoxy sculpt to sort of cement them in so they're nice and sturdy. But yeah, I think I might use the air dry clay because I don't want the weight of the epoxy sculpt on this because of the armature. It's quite like a smaller sort of doll, not a small doll, but it's a lot smaller than it's a lot leaner, I guess, than the wolf. So that's that. I've got all of the fabric for all the dolls, so that's ready to go. And then I'm probably going to do another poll on my Patreon to vote for the next animal art doll, and I can start working on that. Just have to create a list and do the poll. But yeah, that's pretty much what's been going on. So I'll probably leave it there, and I guess I'll talk about some more ideas in the next vlog. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.